Hey there folks, John here from Kong's Quest, and this one's a little bit of a different video, I guess. I literally just finished recording the script for the Cocoron video for the third time, once because I lost footage for it the first time, the second time because I recorded it super late at night one time and I really wasn't happy with how it turned out. And then now the third time, which I just finished recording, like literally just finished it, changed my shirt so you would think it was a different video, a different night, whatever. And I literally just finished that, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm really interested to see how the cut comes together, because it ended up being this massively long story that I did not expect. It was really cool. And it was almost 10 pages single-spaced of a script based on like 20 pages of research. This is a massive deep dive. If you've seen the Yeah Beavis 2 video, it was kind of like that, where the story, the further I went, like I just like, this is really interesting rabbit hole. Anyways, I'm super excited about that video and how it's going to turn out, if you can't tell. You know, again, I literally just hit the record button right after recording this because I know content has been really sparse lately, like really sparse, like months between content, and I feel like this is like the third video I've made like this. But basically, I've been backed up a ton with projects, editing projects at work. I edit feature films and TV series and things like that. And well, the nice thing is I literally just achieved picture lock on the last queued project. That I've been having the queue for like 2 years now because I was so backed up. So my schedule should start opening up again. And, you know, so that is a lot better. Also, I don't know if you're familiar with the film industry at all, but today is the day that the writer's strike happened. As I'm recording this, it'll probably be a couple days before it's uploaded, so, you know, there may be a little bit of a delay there, but the writer's strike was called today. And usually what that means is that most TV film productions will shut down because the writers go on strike, and then the directors go on strike in solidarity with them, and then the actors do the same thing, and then it all becomes this big thing. The last time this happened was in 2007, and you may remember it because it killed a lot of good shows back then, if you're old enough to remember. If not, welcome. This will be an interesting few months for you and your favorite shows. But being somebody who's in the film industry, obviously my work relies heavily on the fact that shows are actually happening. So I may be looking down the barrel of having a little bit of a break in my my work for film, which, you know, I'm actually kind of looking forward to because it's been so crazy lately. But I'm hoping that'll let me get back to doing a little bit more YouTube content, a little more long form stuff, because the long form stuff is what I really love doing. You know, I'm going to Southeast Game Exchange as well later this summer. Definitely be doing a video with that. You know, I think Jay from Square Pegs is going to be there. You know, a few other people that I know, YouTube people, are going to be there. So that'll be a lot of fun. So probably a couple videos doing that, doing some yard sailing, that kind of thing. But the big thing, right? The big thing that I really wanted to say, if you've made it this far, so to be honest, if you have, you probably are just somebody that's been watching the channel for a while and cares. Is that I am moving in 2 weeks. We're moving to a new house, which, you know, we're blessed with, you know, the work that I've had. We've been able to buy a new house that's close by, and we just have to go through that whole moving process. So you may notice, if you watch the channel a lot, which again I know has been sparse content lately, but the game room behind me, the shelves look way different. Well, that's because I took all of my like showpieces and like really valuable stuff off of the shelves and put them all in secure storage, because we had to show the house. We had strangers walking through the house, and I didn't want everybody to be seeing stuff. So most of the stuff you see behind me is filler. There's a few things that I've gotten, you know, kind of in the interim, like the Wonder Boy anniversary collection here. So this is like the big guy. It's the most I've ever spent on a collector's edition, and this literally this collection is getting a deep dive video because, oh my gosh, the drama surrounding it is amazing. And we'll also work in the unboxing of this sucker. This is the coolest collector's edition I've ever had. But really what this is, and again, I just pressed record because, you know what, I just finished recording that other video, and this is literally the last time I'm going to have a game room for a few weeks at least. Because we're moving to a new house, and all this stuff, like literally as soon as I press stop on that record, is getting put into boxes. And I don't know when I'm going to have a game room set up again, because I have a family, and literally everybody else's needs come before my need to set up a game room. So I don't know what the next video is going to look like, I guess is what I'm saying. It'll probably be with cement walls and an unfinished basement, and I'll probably try to make the lighting look cool to make it look industrial or something, and just have some paraphernalia in the background or whatever. So I don't know what my next long form video will look like. It'll be an interesting thing, because I'm going to have a totally new look for it, which I'm very much looking forward to figuring that out. But it's going to be this transitional element, and the real reason that I guess I wanted to make this video is because I've been making videos in this house, in this space, for over 5 years now. I started in the basement of my condo that we rented before this. This was my first house that I owned. And I have this little room, and I don't know, it probably doesn't look like it to you guys, but you guys are literally looking at like half the room. This thing is, probably like 8 by 10, maybe. I'm bad with measurements, but it's a really small room. So I've had this little cubicle corner where I have my work desk here, and I have my games right here, and I have a little bit of games back there. I'm going to do some B-roll of those shelves and stuff, so I can kind of show you guys what the game room is. But it's this really small space. I'm really excited because the new space, I'm going to be able to spread out a lot more, and it's not going to be quite so crowded and cluttered and everything. So it's going to be a really, really good move. The only thing is, it's going to take several months for me to get it where I want to get it, in terms of making it look nice on camera. And again, I am in film, so I kind of care about lighting. I kind of care about how it looks and those sorts of things. Hopefully you can tell by some of my long form videos that I do. So, part of it is I'm going to have to ask for your guys' forgiveness, because I do want to get back into making more YouTube stuff now that I've got a little bit of time opening up, one, with the writer's strike, and two, with projects clearing off my plate. But it's probably not going to look as nice and as polished as it usually does for a little bit, just because, again, I am in transition and trying to get to that new spot. That said, I know I said this at the beginning, but I just recorded this massive Cocoron video in here, and that'll be my last, published video that I record in this space. But this one is the last video that I'm actually recording, because that Cocoron one is already done. It's already recorded. And this has been a really great space, and I kind of just wanted to make one last video that was just me talking to camera, and talking to you guys who, man, some of you guys have been around for the ups and downs of the last 6 years I've had a YouTube channel, which, we passed 1,000 subscribers late last year. I think it was in November, and I didn't even get to make a commemoration video for that. Like, I didn't even get to make a thank you, just because of so much work stuff happening and traveling so much, and honestly just not even having the energy in me to do it. And so, I just wanted to make one more video in this space and just say how much I appreciate everybody that stuck with me for all these last 6 years, in my extremely erratic content release schedule. I've said it before, the channel's not dead. It's far from it. It's just, this is not what pays my bills, and unfortunately the thing that pays my bills makes me have to travel a lot, which makes it very difficult for me to make quality content that I'm proud of and that's up to my standards. So anyways, I really don't know. Again, I turned on the camera and I pressed record. I didn't have a script. I didn't really even have an idea for a video. I just wanted to talk and just kind of give you guys an update on what's happening and where we're at. It is my intention to keep this YouTube channel going, for as long as people want to watch, and as long as I can stand here and talk to camera, because I do enjoy doing it. So I don't really know what it is, I guess, that I wanted to say, what it is that the point of the video was, other than, this is the last time you guys will see this game room, I guess, outside of that one Cocoron video, which, will probably be done in a couple weeks, I hope. I don't really have anything else. I did want to just say thank you to some people that, have been really influential and really helpful to me. Chris from Game Dad, and Jay from Square Pegs, and Gary from Rock Solid Productions, who was already doing YouTube for longer than me anyway, but he's been great. And some of the people that I've just really had such a great time getting to know through YouTube. Jesse from Retro Revelations, just the people that I've been able to meet through this. Tom and Lacey from Do You Nerd. This community has just been absolutely fantastic, and I really appreciate those people. And I know that I'm just like small potatoes YouTuber, which, again, I don't really have any aspirations of having 1 million subs. I just enjoy making stuff, and I enjoy sharing it with you guys, and I enjoy the relationship. So anyways, all I guess I wanted to say is just thank you so much for everybody that's really started with me and has stuck with me this far. The hope is that with this move and again, having a little bit of time clearing up because of work, that we'll be able to get back to making some content that you guys are really enjoying. I also have my Playdate video, which I actually have recorded already, and I just haven't had the chance to do the B-roll for it and those sorts of things. So all that is to say, content's coming, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So I guess I'll end it here because, again, I didn't have a plan. This was just me turning on the camera. And I'm going to try to do some pickup videos and things here in the meantime until I get a real space to do this in. But that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Like, comment, subscribe to this really random video that I just turned on the camera for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time, and hopefully in a new house. Thanks for watching.